Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing something a little different this time. It's basically, what if I drew certain characters as different sea creatures in the world of Splatoon? I hope you enjoy that. Enjoy. First up, we have Ursula, the Little Mermaid. It's interesting because she was actually the first character I drew in this sort of way. Originally, I was going to draw her like... I have no idea how to draw plus-size people. I'm honestly trying my best every single time. Frankly, at first, the body itself was the toughest part. Because, again, I'm not very good at drawing plus-sized people. And, obviously, Ursula is plus-size. But I think the bigger challenge was actually figuring out how the hell the hair was going to work. Especially with the four tentacle limit that most octolings have. But I think I got the limit just right. Oh yeah, sorry if I pause. I'm doing this all with no script, and I'll just be pausing and just rambling whenever. Yeah. Drawing hassles aside, she was surprisingly fun to draw, especially when I got to lining. Like, you can see how... You can sort of see that things are getting, like, sort of better. Like, how, like... But she was especially fun to color. And as you'll see, this is the finished product. You'll see the finished products in a second. Next up we have Maleficent. Frankly, I didn't know what to do with her at first. I was just watching history and seeing what ideas flowed. But then the first thought that I came to was, wait, she transforms into a dragon. Are there any dragon sea creatures? And I realized, oh right, the leafy sea dragon exists. So I just drew her as that to represent her horns. So those aren't actual horns anymore. They're just basically antenna or stems for the leaves. I don't know what to do here, frankly. But you can see that her eyes are actually X's to represent the sort of, like, the sleeping death sort of spell. Anyway, she was super fun to color. I love her coloring. And she was supposed to have, like, a fiery color next. And originally, too.
You stay out of this!
Jafar, he's our man if he can't do it.
Right!
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Anyway, the actual focus of this part is Jafar. What was I going to do with it? Oh yeah, I was originally very conflicted as to whether I was going to make him an Inkling or an Octoling. Because I felt really racist to keep making villains Octolings, but also an Octoling in particular just felt so fitting for Jafar as a character. So I just went with my gut and just made him an Octoling. Frankly, because I felt like it. But I am really proud of his mostly because I like the idea of a tentacle goatee, and I don't think a Inkling tentacle would pull it off very well. But yeah, I'm very proud of how he turned out. I think that's all. Oh yeah, he's a creep. He's a creep who stalks a 15-year-old. Have fun with that.
A plastic mirror. Let me see this. Oh. You know what's even better than the mirror? The reflection.
I did not want to do other Disney villains and just exclude the Evil Queen. Scar has the option to be excluded because there's already multiple cats, and I don't know what else I could do with him except for make him a lionfish. I'll probably consider him for part 2. But anyway, I just gotta let this queen have her time. Obviously, I made her an Inkling to give some variety. Because I made like 2 Octolings already. Yeah. Anyway, she's killing it, and her outfit is difficult.
Just for that, you get the butt!
Reluctantly, I felt felt the need to also cover Lady Germain, even though I don't like her very much, as you could see from me writing bitch at the very beginning. Anyway, I also made her an inkling. Because, well, again, I wanted some variety other than having... I already drew 2 inklings. Octolings. I may as well draw 2 inklings, too. Plus, she just looks like the type of snooty inkling who would spit on octolings or something if the American version doesn't go by. Anyway, her naming her cat Lucifer was perfect, and I love her dress. Anyway.
Here, please hit me as hard as you can.
And then I decided to draw Squidward for some reason. I was watching SpongeBob compilations with my adorable boyfriend, and I had the idea to do that. So naturally, I made him an octoling, because Squidward is an octopus, despite having squid in his name. No one ever said this show had to be well written. Anyway, for the longest time, I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do with his hair. Until Dylan told me about the fact that Squidward apparently did have hair at some point. It was a long blonde wig. So I just gave him long wavy hair. Yeah, and I gave him the hands, and I gave him a big cleft chin, in a winning smile, because I guarantee that Squidward would be absolutely delighted in inkling in Splatoon's culture. I don't know why. It's just a hunch.
Or maybe if you clean up Bikini Bottom, they'll build a statue of you. Oh, wait! They've already built one of me!
Obviously, you can't have Squidward without Squilliam. So I basically just kept Squidward's general face shape and body posture, as well as hair length, and just redid it to be more fancy-like to fit the whole Squilliam is Squidward's rival shtick. I'm 90% sure they're actually either brothers or cousins with how similar they are. And I like to joke with my boyfriend that Dylan that he owns a company named Band Class, just as a reference to the Squilliam Fancy Son from Band Class joke. That was Dylan's idea, and I just had to do the mental gymnastics. Originally, it was going to be an idol group, but I decided against it. It's basically a label and such. Anyway. Why was your only buff in this game a bigger booba size? So anyway, my next course of action was to draw Mercy from Overwatch. But in my defense, she is my main. I was going to draw her on this channel one way or another. Her hair was impossible to figure out, though, but with the help from fan art, I eventually got it. Just needed to give myself a minute to actually figure out what the hell I'm doing with those damn tentacles. And then I decided to make her an Inktoling, the thing that was only available by a glitch. Dylan kept saying I didn't have to give her any clothes, hopefully as a joke. I'm pretty sure it was a joke. But I didn't. I also gave her a scar because, god damn it, Mercy mains go through so much shit, and I wanted to honor that. I also gave her heterochromia, even though realistically she does not. I just wanted to reference the healing stream buff stream that she gets. Respect to you, Mercy mains. You have my support. When did I have to choose to draw you next? I don't like the fact that you're here, but I appreciate your existence in this game. So basically I decided to just go all in on the fact that as a girl, when she was growing up, or before she became, a heartless sniper, Widowmaker was actually an aspiring ballerina. I figured in the Octoling race, being an Octoling would be fitting. I was gonna give her her more typical outfit, but I decided that a traditional ballerina outfit would be better and easier to draw. Trust me, I'm not trying to make these fully fledged finished art pieces here. I'm trying to, not overwhelm myself and give myself art block. I like drawing squids and octos. Anyway, that's me working on the Tutu. She was a ton of fun to work on, especially with the cool skin tone. A lot grayer than I thought. Almost reminds me of Homestuck. There, I said it. This kid deserves deserves all of the pain. He deserves it. Fuck off. Last and most randomly was actually done with the help of my adorable boyfriend, Dylan, who I will be shouting out, who I have probably shouted out multiple times. Anyway, I made Cartman an Octarian because he's bitter. Because he's bitter, fat, and hurts people for no reason. And also apparently because I just think it suits him. I made Kenny an inkling because I didn't know what else to make him. Anyway, apparently I suck at drawing baby inklings except for Diana. Yes, I drew Diana. I made the ink piss yellow. Then I made Stan an Octoling because I didn't know what else to do, and because Randy Marsh is apparently really good at breaking the law a lot, which goes hand in hand with the apparent reputation that Octolings have. Then I made Kyle an Inktoling to keep up with the whole Kyle is slightly different so Cartman can make fun of him gag, which I don't like. But I wanted to preserve it anyway because I know some people would get annoyed with me if I didn't. Anyway. That concludes this probably meaningless ramble on what's basically just making Splatoon OCs on with extra steps. See ya!